Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that many of us forget in the rush of life: the importance of focusing on ourselves and valuing who we are. But too often, we place our worth in the opinions of others, in society's standards, or in comparisons that leave us feeling inadequate. But let me remind you, your true value is not determined by anyone else. It comes from within. In today's world, it has become almost natural for people to seek validation from others, whether it is through social media likes, compliments from peers, or recognition at work. We often measure our worth based on how others see us. But this mindset creates a trap because because external validation is never permanent. The same people who praise you today might criticize you tomorrow. The same recognition you receive in one moment can disappear in the next. That is why it is essential to shift your focus from pleasing others to prioritizing your own self-growth. True fulfillment and confidence do not come from external applause. They come from the progress you make within yourself. Self-growth is the foundation of a meaningful life. It is about becoming better than the person you were yesterday, not about competing with others. When you wake up each morning and set the intention to learn, improve, and grow, you are already building a stronger version of yourself. This growth could be intellectual, emotional, physical, or spiritual. It could mean developing new skills, breaking unhealthy habits, healing from past wounds, or building resilience against challenges. Each step you take towards self-improvement adds to your strength and prepares you for the future. The problem with seeking external validation is that it makes you dependent on others for happiness. Imagine living your entire life waiting for someone else's approval before you feel proud of yourself. That means your peace and confidence are always in someone else's control. But when you choose to prioritize self-growth, you take that control back. You no longer wait for others to clap for you. You learn to clap for yourself. You start celebrating small victories, acknowledging your progress, and believing in your own journey. This shift in mindset creates a deep sense of independence and inner power that cannot be shaken easily. Another important reason to focus on self-growth is that it gives your life direction. Without growth, people often feel stuck, repeating the same mistakes, living the same routines, and wondering why they are unfulfilled. But when you are committed to developing yourself, every experience, good or bad, becomes a lesson. Failures stop feeling like dead ends and instead become opportunities for learning. Challenges stop looking like punishments and start becoming platforms for strength. Growth-minded people do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, they ask, "What can I learn from this?" That single change in perspective transforms the way you live. It is also worth remembering that self-growth brings long-term confidence, while external validation only gives temporary satisfaction. Let's take an example. If you learn a new skill, such as public speaking, at first you may feel nervous. But as you practice, as you push yourself out of your comfort zone, your confidence begins to grow. That confidence stays with you because it is rooted in your own effort and discipline. On the other hand, if you only rely on others telling you did great, your confidence disappears the moment no one says it. That is why genuine self-esteem can only be built on growth, not on praise. Prioritizing self-growth also requires discipline and patience. Many people give up on self-improvement because they want results overnight. But growth is not about speed, it is about consistency. Just like a tree takes time to grow strong roots and branches, your growth also takes time. You must be willing to invest in yourself day by day, even when no one notices your effort. Reading books, learning new skills, practicing self-reflection, or building healthier habits may not bring instant applause, but they silently transform you into a more capable, confident, and independent person. Another obstacle people face in focusing on self-growth is comparison. In the age of social media, it is easy to compare your journey with someone else's highlight real. But comparison is the enemy of growth. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you feel either inferior or superior, both of which distract you from your own path. The truth is, everyone's journey is unique. What works for one person may not work for you. That is why self-growth must be personal. Instead of asking, am I better than them? Ask, am I better than I was yesterday? That is the only comparison that truly matters. When you start prioritizing self-growth over external validation, you also begin to discover your authentic self.